Hey Astros fans, welcome to today's edition of Extra Innings, the Astros Fans UK next day recap on Astros ball games. Game 136, Astros 1, Angels 4. Let's get straight into the main talking points from an offensively limp loss to tie the series with 3 up, 3 down. 3 up, leading off Spencer Arrighetti. It was Arrighetti's best performance since returning from injury, with nasty movement on his slider and sweeper to befuddle the Angels hitters and leave Arrighetti with 8 strikeouts. The singular blemish was a third inning solo homer given up to Zach Neto as Arrighetti put together an impressive one-hit outing over 6 1/3 innings. Arrighetti will be disappointed in having given up 5 walks, but this was a really promising outing. Up second, Yordan Alvarez. Our offense barely offered any crumbs of comfort in this game, but Yordan could at least hold his head up high after 2 base hits. It might not have helped having Yordan batting second in the lineup, as he led off 2 innings and didn't have any of our scoring chances. Up third, Jesus Sanchez. The only run we did score came from the bat of Sanchez to tie the game in the third, but it was fitting that even this was a 66-mile-per-hour bouncing ground ball towards second that could easily have been an out. More on our bats coming up. 3 down. First out, the offense. It was another really poor team offensive display versus a middle-of-the-road pitcher who our lineup should be doing real damage against. Our batting impotence was what scuppered our chances in this game more than anything else, and this had been coming, as even in recent wins, the offense were among the less positive points. Here we wasted chance after chance in the early going, with runners stranded in scoring position in each of the first 4 innings, before we then completely disappeared as any kind of offensive threat. We hit 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and you don't need me to tell you that will rarely be enough to get it done. There's a ton of talent in our lineup, this shouldn't be our output. Second out, Bryan Abreu. He's been amazing for us the vast majority of the season, including this past week, but El Missile Relampico had an incredibly rare off night, giving up 4 hits and 2 walks in the ninth, which led to 3 runs scoring, turning a long-tied 1-1 game into a 1-4 deficit. It wasn't Abreu's day, and I don't believe it needs any further analysis. He'll bounce back. Third out, Cam Smith. After having made a great catch in the minimal foul territory of deeper right field in the 4th inning, Smith wasn't able to make what was a pretty tough but still makeable catch in the right field corner on the 1-out drive by Oswald Peraza that scored 2 runs to put us behind. Yes, even if Smith had made the catch, 1 run still would have scored on a sac fly, but it would have given Abreu a route out the inning at the cost of only 1 run instead of the eventual 3 runs that killed the game. Though with how we were hitting, perhaps even 1-2 down would have been far too great a deficit for our bats. A couple of extra points to finish on. Wasted opportunity. With the Mariners losing elsewhere, this was a hugely winnable game thrown away to miss the chance to go 4 games ahead in the division. We have only ourselves to blame for not taking control of this game. And proving ground. With the offense again facing questions after the failure here, the players should be taking this as a challenge to rise to the occasion. Their response in the final 2 games of this series will be telling. With the loss, we dropped to 75 and 61, but our lead remains at 3 games ahead atop the AL West. That's it for today's Extra Innings, the next day recap. Let me know your takes on the loss in the comments. Make sure you're following at Astros Fans UK on all platforms, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next edition of Extra Innings. Go Stros!